You're watching TSU-TV 98.
Coming up on TSU-TV News 98, live at 5. The student body has spoken. Find out who came out on top during SEC week and who will be leading us into the next school year.
Plus, do student athletes get more than their fair share of scholarship dollars? Find out how non-student athletes think the difference should be corrected.
All that, plus a Foxy star comes to visit the Tigers. From the TSU News Network, your News 98 live at 5 starts now.
Live from the campus of Tennessee State University in Nashville, this is TSU-TV News 98, live at 5.
Good evening, and welcome to TSU-TV News 98, live at 5. I'm Tyra, Prude.
And I'm Joshua Dangerfield. Student elections were held this past week to fill the post of some of the campus' top elected positions. The student body elected a new president and vice president, as well as Mr. and Miss TSU. Later in Tiger Talk, we'll meet the new royal couple and learn more about their goals for their time in office.
NASA's nationwide technology infusion tour was made 2 days here at TSU recently to discuss resources the university can provide and provided a platform for research funding for the university. TSU News 98's Lanicia Greer has more.
The NASA HBCU Technology Infusion Tour opens the door for students and faculty who want to get involved in technology research. Tabitha Kalisa, Program Manager for the NASA Office of Small Business Programs, says this conference aims toward finding historically black colleges and universities to participate in their program.
The purpose of this world tour is to try and get more minority-serving institutions engaged in our competitive base. And in so doing, we have goals for minority-serving institutions and HBCUs in our major contracts. So we're trying to find ways of getting more opportunities and let them know about our requirements, that we know that they have the technology to help us meet.
Senior Procurement Analyst Tanya Davis says there are many opportunities for students wanting to work with the space program.
A national laboratory called JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, in Pasadena, California, that offer internships, summer internships, as well as semester internships and 1-year internships.
John Barfield, Director of Engagement and Visibility for Research and Institutional Advancement, hopes to bring more career opportunities to HBCU students.
We want you working in areas that you're being trained to do. So if you're going into accounting, we want you working in accounting on campus. Because I think that's better for everybody.
For TSU News 98, I'm Lanicia Greer.
The conference lasted for 2 days. The next HBCU on the tour is Jackson State and Jackson, Mississippi.
There is a long-standing debate on college campuses surrounding the amount of college scholarships allocated to student athletes. That debate between student athletes and non-student athletes has reached a boiling point. News 98's Maya Ramsey has more.
Students at Tennessee State University have breached a gap between student athletes and non-student athletes with a little something formerly known as scholarships. Some students have seen both sides to this dispute, being a former athlete to strictly a student.
It's more to it than that for me, because for me, I always kept my grades up, when I was an athlete, well, at least good enough to be on the field.
Whereas others feel that student athletes are not deserving of their plentiful tuition payments.
That's not fair at all, because I got a high GPA and I don't have a scholarship. It's pretty messed up right there.
However, student athletes disagree with this statement because they feel that the responsibilities of a student athlete balances with their academic standing. Tennessee State women's track and field member Alexis King feels that athletics is not a meal ticket, but more so a responsibility.
We have practice every single day. On top of that, we have meets and games, so we don't have time to ourselves.
Although many would classify athletics as a full-time job, many academic stats have proven that it is not an excuse to not excel in the classroom.
It's not that hard. It's all about managing your time, so it's not impossible.
Although the debate is in some ways biased, student athletes still aspire to excel on and off their athletic clocks to reach just as high of an academic success as those who are not involved with athletic activities. For your TSU-TV 98, I'm Maya Ramsey.
It's time to spring into good health as TSU will be hosting a community health and wellness fair on the main campus. The event is held next Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Keene Hall. It's free and open to the public and includes free lunch, fitness demonstrations, dental screenings, and HIV education. For more information, call 615-474-1286 or email the DP Foundation at gmail.com.
It's the final week to vote for TSU to win a big cash prize for some campus improvements. Home Depot is sponsoring the Retool Your School campaign, where HBCUs get an opportunity to win up to $50,000 for campus improvements. You can help TSU by going to retoolyourschool.com and selecting TSU in the large size schools, or by using the hashtag TSU_RYS17 on Twitter and Instagram. Voting ends at 11:59 p.m. Sunday. You can vote online and once a day, every day, in unlimited times using the hashtag. The top 3 schools in each category will win prizes. TSU is currently ranked 6th and close to moving up to 5th in our category. What are you taking next? Going to be taking classes in the summer? Now is the time to decide. Registration is now open for summer and fall 17 classes. Summer registration runs through May 29th and fall registration runs through August 25th. See your advisor today to plan your schedule. Coming up, find more about some changes being made on TSU's campus.
And find out casting legend will be speaking at this year's spring commencement. That and more coming up next.
This is TSU-TV News 98, live at 5.
There have been many efforts made to change student life at Tennessee State University, and one of the phases has already begun.
You may have seen some of it already. TSU-TV News 98's Karese Clemons has more on the story.
Students at Tennessee State University are noticing many changes around campus, and especially in the Floyd Payne Campus Center. Some of these changes include 6 new 55-inch televisions, custom wallpapers, new furniture, new signs, and even a floor-to-ceiling mural of a tiger. Many students are enjoying these changes and think that they are a great addition to campus life.
I believe the change in the student centers is great. It gives us a better appearance as a school. It makes us look more professional, make people want to be attracted more to the campus.
Although these changes in the campus center are to promote better student life, not all students agree with the allocation of funds. One senior stated, "I do not believe that we should be spending money on aesthetics in the campus center when we have residence halls that look much worse than this." I sat down to speak with Keith Morgan, the director of the Campus Center at Tennessee State University, about the allocation of funds.
Funds are allocated to certain areas. You have so much funding to do what you should or need to do during the year.
For TSU-TV News 98, I'm Karese Clemons.
Keith Morgan says that there are many more changes to come in the Campus Center in the near future. Agriculture Month is underway here at TSU, and there's lots of events packed with fun and educational opportunities. Everyone's favorite event, Tiger Fest, comes to the President's Lawn from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. April 19th. The fun-filled event brings lots of activities and giveaways for all students. The theme for this year's Tiger Fest is Bluecella. Check out this good time that you don't want to miss on next Wednesday.
It's not often celebrities are willing to share their jewels on how they became successful. One celebrity, however, was more than willing to share her journey with students at Tennessee State University. TSU News 98's Tyra Prude has more.
Students at Tennessee State University gathered in Keene Hall on Tuesday for the Distinguished Lecture Series hosted by the Division of Student Affairs. The annual event was created to give students the opportunity to receive insight on the journeys of professionals in various industries. This year, the special guest was actress Vivica Fox. Fox shared with the students her journey in the media and film industry, as well as gave students words of wisdom.
The world is your oysters. It's your oyster for you to do whatever you want to do. but you have got to make good choices. You all have got to realize that the choices you make today will affect your tomorrow.
Many people who participated in the event were truly moved by her speech.
Fox, she most definitely came and gave some words of wisdom, primarily to our our women.
She was really encouraging. I myself have been kind of battling with what direction I want to go with my career. I'm a nursing major, but I kind of wanted to get into acting and other things. And she just really gave me a lot of encouragement. She just let me know and reassured me that change is okay and that just to follow my dreams at the end of the day.
Before leaving, Fox insisted to give her final tips to the students of TSU.
You guys are Generation Next. Your girl Vivica Fox loves you and wants you all to be our future lawyers, our future presidents, our future everything. Just all that in a bag of chips. But you all, please continue, get good grades and get your education, okay? I love you and I want you the best for you.
For the TSU News Network, I'm Tyra Prude.
Fox was here for both TSU's Distinguished Guest Lecture Series and as the featured guest at this year's Women of Legend in Merit ceremonies. Legendary radio personality Tom Joyner will be delivering the undergraduate commencement address during the spring ceremony on May 6th, where more than 800 students will receive degrees. Joyner is the host of a nationally syndicated radio show, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and Tuskegee University graduate. Joyner is a champion of HBCUs, and his foundation supports scholarship endowments and building enhancements. The commencement ceremony will begin at 8 a.m. in Hell Stadium.
The student organizations will be recognized next week for their contributions on and off campus. The event will be held next Tuesday in Keene Hall. Categories range from education-based events to community service events. Stay tuned for more details in the upcoming days. This week, the DIA office is hosting their annual International Week. The week began Monday with a seminar highlighting international studies abroad, followed by an international cultural celebration on Tuesday and a food festival earlier today. Each day featured a different cultural found here on campus.
Now's your chance to turn the tables and give your professor a grade. Evaluations for all courses for the spring 2017 have now begun. Students have the opportunity to evaluate their courses and instructors in effort to make the learning environment more successful. The evaluations will remain open until Friday, April 28th at midnight.
The tax filing deadline is next week, and once more, TSU's accounting department is offering free help to file your taxes. All you have to bring is your W-2s and all the related information, including your ID, your tuition statement, and other tax documents. TSU's accounting department is IRS certified. You can get help this Saturday and next Saturday, April 15th. Bring your information to the Avon Williams Campus Room 250. For more information, call 211.
Coming up, a look at this year's blue and white game.
And meet our new Miss TSU and Mr. TSU up next in Tiger Talk.
We're conducting research in plant nutrition management to feed the future in a sustainable way.
Tennessee State University and the College of Business have given me an abundance of opportunities to travel the world and enhance myself as a business professional.
At Tennessee State University, we learn to transform the world with technology,
providing health care for the community.
At Tennessee State University, excellence is becoming a great musician.
Excellence is our habit at Tennessee State University.
Welcome back to TSU Tiger Talk. As we mentioned earlier, another SEC week is in the books, and our student leaders for the new school year have been chosen. Today in Tiger Talk, please welcome the incoming Miss Tennessee State University, Kayla Smith, and Alec Forrest, Mr. Tennessee State University. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. So glad to have you. So let's just hop right into it. I have a few questions that I want to ask you guys, and you can answer, at your leisure. So what inspired you to run?
Would you like to go first, or you want me to go first?
I will. Okay, so freshman year I served as Princess of Generation of Educated Men, and that gave me the ability to serve gentlemen. And then I went on to serve as Miss Women of Infinite Potential, which allowed me to lead women. And then as I got ready to run for Miss Junior, I was like, well, if I can lead my class, I can lead the university. So I really took the opportunity to serve as Miss Junior to learn the ropes as I would transition into running for Miss Tennessee State University.
I would essentially say the same. When I first got here, just leadership positions and joining organizations like Collegiate 100, that's where I got the mentoring aspect, and that's something that I see as being very important to the university, because I see a lot of students throughout, any classification, they're always looking for guidance, and I genuinely believe that having a good male influence in addition to having a good female influence, that's something that made me want to be Mr. Tennessee State University, is that I feel like I can supply people with the individuals that will help them make the right decisions and the people that will make them look better in their own light and help them be themselves.
Okay, so since you guys have both been here since freshman year, you guys have gotten a chance to see all the different SEC weeks in the past. So how did you guys feel when you found out that you guys were running unopposed?
Well, in all honesty, it was a little bit of a surprise because they never announce who your competition is until the presentation of candidates. And so I was surprised, and at the same time I was a little disappointed because that showed kind of how the student engagement is. But that's also something that made me want to even further accept the role as Mr. Tennessee State University as being unopposed, because I'm like, okay, I see this issue clearly. This is one thing that I genuinely feel like I can help the student body overcome.
I was disappointed as well, but I took the opportunity to know that I didn't have an opponent, so let me get ready to start working already. So I was being proactive during that time, although I was disappointed because I was ready to light the fire and get ready to win.
Okay, so I am super excited to see what you guys have planned for the 2017-2018 academic school year. I'm ready to see some of the wardrobe. I'm ready to see some of these initiatives and events that you guys are going to have on campus. And we are rooting for you. We are super excited. Congratulations to both of you guys. Coming up in sports, we will take a look at the Tigers' annual blue and white game and meet the Lady Tigers' new head volleyball coach, Kristen Hedrick. Brings you more with sports next.
In for Christian Hedrick, I'm Karese Clemons. Tennessee State has a new head volleyball coach for the upcoming season. News 98's Prude Danielson had an opportunity to talk with the new coach.
Hired as the new head coach for the Tennessee State volleyball team. Coach Dutton brings more than 8 years of Division I coaching, including 3 seasons as an assistant coach for the TSU Tigers.
I feel like I'm adapting pretty well. The team's been very welcoming. We've had a great spring. Administration has been a huge help. Of course, there is a lot of different changes, more responsibility, being able to just really take charge and run the program as I see fit is a huge change, but it's a good adjustment. We're going to have a lot of great young talent. We have a lot of returning talent, and just trying to put all that together is probably going to be one of our biggest accomplishments.
The Tigers ended their spring season this past weekend in Ohio. The TSU volleyball team will continue their training in preparation for the 2017 fall season. This is Prude Danielson reporting live for TSU-TV News 98.
The TSU Tigers are getting ready for a new year on the gridiron. The Tiger football team held their annual blue and white game at Hale Stadium before a packed house last weekend. News 98's Chandonay Baskin was there and has details.
Alvin Cat Coleman Legends Weekend, the Tennessee State Tigers held their annual blue and white spring football game at the Hole. It was a nice breezy day, so no wonder it was packed with students, faculty, and the community as they scout the team. Even though it was only a scrimmage and the season hasn't started yet, a lot of people were very excited to see the Tigers' potential for next season. The football team ended last season 7-4 overall and 4-3 in their conference. Team Blue Blue ended up winning the game over the white team. The score was 37-15, and the players was very pumped at the end of the game, and so was the crowd. Coach Reed went and gave his boys a few words of encouragement as they continue their journey into next season. With blue ice rushing through the players' veins, you would have thought it was homecoming. Recently, the athletic department released the football schedule, and Big Blue will be playing Jacksonville State in their last game. Players even had the chance to greet family and friends after the game.
The Lady Tigers softball team fell short twice this weekend while playing against Jackson State. Jackson State is now 9-1 in Ohio Valley Conference play, with TSU at 1-9. According to TSU-Tigers.com, Danica Gleason, Peyton Akers, Lauren Woodard, Selena Crafton, and Erica O'Kane all collected hits against JSU's ace Whitney Gillespie. TSU will play Eastern Kentucky in a doubleheader on Friday evening. The NBA regular season is coming to a close as playoffs become at the light of the end of the tunnel for some teams. For the Eastern Conference, the reigning champs battle with Boston for the first seed to take on the Chicago Bulls in the first round of the conference quarterfinals. For the Western Conference, Golden State and Portland will face off in the first round as well. While other games are locked in, there are 7 teams for each conference remaining in lottery mode. The Golden State Warriors lead each conference with a 66-14 record. Teams are hoping to hold off Russell Westbrook and the OKC Thunder for the conference title. As Westbrook records his 42nd triple-double of the season, watch the battle begin on Saturday, April 15th on ESPN, TNT, ABC, or NBA TV. The times are to be announced. Just 1 year after the NBA named its first ever unanimous MVP, the race for the award is more heated than ever. Russell Westbrook and James Harden appear to be the 2 top contenders for the award. With both scoring historic numbers in 2016 through 2017, Westbrook currently averages a triple-double this season, as well as passing Oscar Robertson for the most triple-doubles in history at 42, a record that has stood for 50 years. This is a close race, and we will be looking forward to who comes out on top. So who do you all think is going to come out on top?
I don't know. This is going to be very interesting to see.
Well, I believe Russell.
You ought to see, so.
I think Russell Westbrook's going to take it again.
We'll see. Coming up, want to hear some slams, got beats, maybe a good word? Find out how you can make your voice shine just ahead.
And there's always lots of good music going on here on campus. Find out which events are coming up next.
There will soon be lots of singing ringing through the Performing Arts Center. It's being called a choral extravaganza. Several of the university choirs will be holding a concert next Sunday at 7 p.m. The concert will feature the university choir, the Meister singers, and performances from throughout the TSU vocal and choral area. The concert will be held in the E.T. Goings Recital Hall and is free and open to the public. TSU and Southern Word are teaming up for a spoken word festival here on campus next week. The event, called I Want to Write 2017, will be held next Friday and Saturday. There will be several events, including poetry and spoken word workshops and performances, including hip-hop, freestyling vocal techniques, and more. The festival is free and open to the public. For more information on the schedule, check out the address on your screen, tnstate.edu/LLP. You can hear some great tunes performed by some of our fellow students right here in the Performing Arts Center. The music department is presenting a university symphonic band concert tonight at 7 p.m. The concert will be held here in the Cox Lewis Theater. The concert is free and open to the public. So do you guys think that you possibly will attend?
I might. I actually love like concert band, and a lot of people, they don't really pay attention to, like, we're so focused on the marching band that we forget that we have, orchestra and, all the other aspects here. So I might just stop by.
Yes, I think I will too.
Yeah, I think it'll be very good.
Well, that's all that we have for this edition of TSU-TV News 98.
Join us this time, April 26th, for more news you can use. Good night.